So, this is the moment of truth, rightly or wrongly. Everyone's been asking for me to take the paint off my car. We've applied a pre-removal process to the car.
Yeah.
A part of that is to basically create an edge because there's no edge on it because it's not a wrap, it's paint.
That's been the colour that's been on your car, that's been protecting your car, and you can see how physically
crazy.
thick.
It's so weird seeing it off the car.
And then also to note is that this is paint.
Yes, it's not a wrap. It looks like a wrap, but it is paint.
But look at the flexibility. Paint normally is so brittle and would just flake and crack. This is so flexible.
That is so
Which
crazy.
allows it to be so durable. And you know, now we'll just go...
It was a nice colour, actually. Part of the reason we're doing this is because now we have an entirely new interior in the car. We are going to match the paint to complement some of the carbon tinting. And in order to do that, you just tear off the paint and off you go.
You ready?
Massive sheets. That is so weird.
Big chunks.
The paint itself isn't peelable because it's real paint. The peelable thing is that there. That is the membrane that allows it to come off the actual car. So that is the really helpful stuff there, because if we didn't have that, well, the car would be permanently that. So obviously the majority of it comes off in one peel. What do you do, or what's the process with regards to like tight edges and things like that?
So obviously when we do these paint jobs, even though they are removable, we want them to look like an OEM factory job. So these trims, as you see the roof gutter trims, they'll be removed and we spray behind that.
Yes.
So it looks like a factory job, but we simply just remove the trim, peel it away from there and replace the trim back in. Same as the exterior quarter glass trims, these just unclip, we've painted underneath so it looks like a factory OEM job.
So mad.
And they will then just peel it off. These really small little bits that sometimes left, these will literally, if I just want to, I can just pick them off. But what we do is we get an air system and it blows any of the tight little bits that are just stuck to the edges off with an air gun. And then obviously when the car cleaned, we just check for any additional bits. But these bits just come off absolutely perfectly, just like the big pieces.
And we're back 24 hours later. Now, the importance of sharing this is because quite rightly, every single car that we've sprayed and demoed, the comments are, yeah, but what's it like to peel off? And we've been dying to show you a car, and we're about to respray this another color, which is why it's not completely rebuilt. In fact, the panels are kind of hanging on, aren't they? Actually?
They are, yeah.
But the purpose of it is to show you that when it comes off, it really comes off. And Cameron's left off this section here to show you in all of the nitty-gritty tight bits. And we've gone over the car and filmed a load of B-roll of the seals and the sill. I mean, inside the door cards. Yeah. Like, behold, no blue.
It's crazy to think that genuinely that was a completely different colour.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't know why it's been with this product. No one questions it with a wrap. Does it come off?
Does it? Yeah.
Yeah, but with this, and I understand it because it's paint, and obviously paint gets in places that you wouldn't expect. Well, certainly gets in places that a wrap won't.
Yeah.
And yet, look at it. I mean, the area I'm probably the most impressed with is down here. You haven't removed the glass.
The glass has been stayed intact the
right
whole entire time, and we've left the top part of the ducktail off here to show that all of this was painted. Like genuinely, a whole of this was blue, and then you can see even in those tight, crevices, and genuinely just come out. And I think that's the ultimate. It's great that the car is painted, looks a new colour, but if it doesn't come off, then it defeats the whole object. And I think unfortunately, early on in the product's life, there were people doing it who weren't able to do it properly in terms of allow it to peel off.
You've developed something that is really special.
It makes me smile every time because it genuinely does come off. This was your car. The first time you brought it to me, it was like this.
It was like this? Yeah, it was.
And now it's back to like this.
In fact, what is quite cool, anyone who's probably joining this and hasn't followed the whole journey, this ducktail was actually black.
It was
and
black,
you sprayed this with real paint.
With real paint to grey.
So if you do want a car respraying, we don't have to do removable.
No, we can do all sorts of paint.
Actual paint. So we're super transparent. This moment is the moment that I know people have been sitting on the fence going, I want to see it come off.
Yeah.
It's off. I'm as relieved as you are. Things like this, Look at that, intricate parts where there's like tight folds and creases, no previous color, hinges, seals, all of the seal along here.
We'll pull back the curtain a little bit as well. I mean, this was all painted. I don't know if you remember, but this was all painted blue. So, you know, it genuinely, we're not hiding anything at all. Yeah, I'm really excited for the new colour. But it's also nice to see it back in grey, you know, it's a reminder of everything that's happened, and the interior actually works well with this colour. But
it does.
I think the one we've got planned is going to be pretty special.
Come on, let's get in the mix shop. Let's get at it. New colour!
It's a massive M colour. It was a BMW individual colour. The reason behind it was that Porsche do Gentian blue. You couldn't order obviously on your car, it's only come out on the 992 models, and I think your car would look amazing in it, but there's so many Gentian blue cars, we don't want another one. What we want to do is show people that if there's a colour that you like on a, you know, a product that's already out there, but you want it a little bit different, again, you don't have to stick with Porsche. We can go any direction we want. San Marino's got a lot of pearl in, and if you paint it in a such way where you drop coat it, which means you spray from an angle, the metallic and the pearls fleck, so they go lighter, and in the sunshine you just see this glistening. So I love it. I absolutely
you talk about him in anything, but he lights up when he talks about paint.
I really do. I've actually had a car in San Marino blue, and I probably spent, no word of a lie, about 30 hours just purely polishing it, sanding it back down, polishing it, waxing it, and I took it out and got filthy the next day and did it all again. But anyway, I'm going to get on my mixing paint.
This is the paint that was on the GT3 that we pulled off. We've got it in here because this is probably the best demonstration as to how removable paint works. So, 2 layers. This layer goes down first. So this is when it goes on the car, it goes down as like a matte finish, a sort of satin finish. That's the important bit. That is the peelable bit. If that doesn't go down, well, you're painting your car permanently in that color. Proprietary mixture, this stuff, and then this is real, just standard industry paint. We supplied by PPG.
PPG, EnviroBase.
EnviroBase.
Good advert.
So these guys supply the likes of Ferrari, Lamborghini.
All the Italian brands really. So Lamborghini, Maserati, Ferrari, they used to do BMW as well, PPG, you know. Got a real extensive background. It's all water-based products, so no harm for the environment. It's actually called EnviroBase, which is a massive benefit. And then on this computer here, I've actually just typed in BMW and I've put blue. But as you can see, I've got San Marino here, but I've got any blue BMW colour. You know, from 22 onwards, slate blue, frozen tanzanite blue, all individual colours, indigo blue, dating back, you know, we've got colours from the early 2000s with the blues. What you've got is a prime shade, so every colour has a colour code relating to it, tells you what's in it, but there's always different shades of the colour. So you can have a prime or a darker. If we go all specials here, you've got a lighter flop, a coarser, a redder, and a more vivid shade. We've got quite a few different shades there, probably about 7 or 8 in total.
So
that we could choose from.
Variations of the same San Marino.
Of the same San Marino. Now that's because San Marino will be painted on lots of different cars, so like you'll have M3s, M6s, cars from dating back from early to late. That same paint wasn't mixed 10 years ago to this time, so it alters. Believe it or not, there's 4 blues in this colour. And then you got the violet pearl to give it some more pearl, another bit of blue, which is different to the rich blue, and a tiny, tiny bit of black.
0.3 grams of black.
0.3 of a gram of black.
One of the things which this is giving you like a real top line overview, but it transpires that creating colours is a genuine science.
So we've got all of the colour apart from the 1.7 of jet black. So we're just going to tell everyone to see the difference of a tiny bit of black that makes. However, let's get it mixed.
Even at this stage, it looks so good. Oh, look at that. It is a galaxy in there, man.
Yeah.
Wow, with the orange interior against that, it's going to be,
pretty
bright.
Such a beautiful colour, but it will dry a little bit darker, so it might look really quite light at the moment, but it's water, so when it dries it will be darker. However,
we're about to drop a little bit of the black in.
We drew a little bit of black in, which it will help it. You've got jet black and a deep black.
I was just about to ask you, is there different kinds of black?
Jet, black. It's both black
and more
but
black.
a different black.
Okay. All right, so the black is in.
The black is now in, so if we just go...
So we can put them side by side.
See the difference.
It's tiny, isn't it?
It is tiny.
It's subtle, but it just makes it a
but
little
what
bit
you won't
deeper.
see, if you put yours on a side angle, like a real side angle, you should be able to see that this one is a bit darker. It's really hard to tell. There we go. That is the colour.